Well, all right. That's crazy. You have to be told to stop. That's crazy. You have to be told to stop. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today's definitely going to be one of those days, man. Today is definitely going to be one of those days. We're going to have to really pick our spots today. Really pick our spots. I mean, we got a triple top right here, people. Yeah, we got a triple top. In yesterday's market, that used to mean something. In today's market, I just don't know. So overnight, I thought that well, actually, they did do it. They did sweep these highs. Actually, we gotta sweep up this old high right here. Actually, we gotta sweep up this old high, and that's where we got that sell-off. I initially thought that we was gonna trade into that 55 to 60 area, but they may be saving that for after the bell. We know that Nvidia is definitely going to be the focus for today. We know this. I don't think Nvidia is going to move in any significant direction. I know the options for Nvidia right now are going crazy, but we all know that you buy options on earnings, on the week of earnings, you'll lose money. We know that. But the degenerate gamblers on Wall Street bets, they don't know that. And the market is definitely going to move. Now, we do got this gamma level here at this 1,000 level. I wouldn't be surprised if let's be honest. We're touching this level with NVIDIA. We're touching this level. The only question is are we going to touch this level after the bell or before the bell? That's the question. You can see that you can see that NVIDIA is so positive that even below current price at 880, there's a lot of positive gamma here. So that's how bullish people are on NVIDIA right now. You got this lone positive gamma level in the negative. So shorting NVIDIA, you're definitely throwing your money away. You might as well donate that to a charity or give it to somebody in need. But if you see in positive gamma with negative gamma, yeah, that's just how bullish it is. So we'll see. And you can see that the calls are already coming in with NVIDIA. So it's going to be challenging. Either you're going to buy high, you got to pick your spots, buy at the most strategic spots as possible, or we're going to have to wait for an opportunity to sell as high as possible. I spoke about this in last night's live stream, and I actually may start doing the NA meetings live. I may start doing that. I do find that it's easier, and streaming versus recording, I have more freedom during a stream versus a recording where you have to edit out a bunch of unnecessary space, and that is time consuming. So if I can get the setup to work, I may just start live streaming the NA meetings, and I think that'll actually be more beneficial than a recorded one. So that's something that I may actually start doing. But yesterday we did made an attempt to short. Obviously, I got in too early. I sold here at this failure, I believe. You're at 34 because price failed right here. And the reason why I didn't take this in my in the account that we are following, and I took it in a let's see what happens or my gambling account, we had so much bullish momentum, even though the price action would suggest that the bears should come in here and sell price down. The bulls is just too powerful right now. The bulls are definitely very powerful right now, because usually what happens in situations like this, once we get price trading up into, because we had a break of structure, and usually when we have break of structures, I mean, obviously there's going to be sellers in this area. I saw that the sellers came in, we got a break. Actually, I think I got in right here. I think it was like right here, not here, but here. Like once we got this break, and I saw this red candle, I got in at this 34 level, but obviously it didn't work out. I didn't give it too much risk because first off, it's a 50K account. And honestly, if it traded above this high, then obviously it was going to go higher. We did get a price to trade above this high. However, the bears did come in here. So obviously I was just too early on the short, and I didn't give it enough space to breathe. But like I said, it wasn't on a real account, so it really doesn't even matter. But it's just for future reference for next time. And usually what happens is we get a rotation down. If we're not going to retest this bottom right here, we usually go back into a deeper range usually. And that's what I was actually hoping for, so we can get a good entry at like 315, 315 entry. And that's what I was looking for, but the bulls was like, nah, we still got work to do. They came back in and they just took all this completely out, took it all out. So this right here is actually a good short. We have a breaker structure. We have price trading back up into this area. And this is a low risk, high reward short. You put your candle above this high and see what happens. But obviously, we're not in an environment where bullish price action is working. That's what makes this very difficult. So in a situation like this, the only thing you really can do is, if you're not going to take this trade, just wait until we get into a good area where there's going to be buyers, and just play the long side and just ignore all bearish price action altogether. I think that might be the safest thing to do. When it comes to the news today, I mean, obviously we got the this RBNZ governor. Well, actually, let's look at what this is. What is the RBNZ? Yeah, I don't know what or who this is, or what this is, or what this entity represents. So RBNZ. Oh, so it's, oh, the New Zealand Central Bank Reserve. Okay, all right. All right, so we got the New Zealand Central Bank speaking. I mean, it's towards the close, so honestly, that shit doesn't matter. Nvidia is going to. Good morning, Raven. Good morning. Nvidia is going to definitely, whatever they talk about, Nvidia is going to take it out. So honestly, this has no real significance on the market today. Obviously, the FOMC minutes is definitely going to slow the market down. I do predict that around that 12 o'clock area, we will get a slowdown. We have the 20-year bond auction. And if you're not aware, I think China just sold a lot of its bonds. Now, it's not necessarily a big deal, but if I'm not mistaken, China is one of the United States' biggest bond holders. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, China has definitely been. Actually, let's look for. Let's do a Google search. So nearly half of all U.S. foreign-owned debt comes from 5 countries, all valued or adjusted. Blah blah blah. So Japan, China, United Kingdom, Belgium, and Luxembourg, if I'm pronouncing that word correctly. But China is one of the biggest bondholders, and they just sold 53 billion of their bonds, and that was the big news that happened overnight. So China is definitely moving towards that. Yeah, so China US bond puts US dollar under geopolitical spotlight. Yeah. So it says China may have the largest pile of FX reserves in the world, but the biggest foreign holder of US Treasury is Japan. Okay. Okay. So let's look at the dollar. Let's see if that news actually has affected. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we are seeing some weakness in the dollar. So if that means that if the dollar is dropping, that means that gold is pumping. And these are gold futures, not the Forex gold, but this is gold futures. Actually, yeah, gold futures don't really move that much. So let's go to the regular the gold USD. Mm. Let's go to the hourly chart. Well, we're not seeing any real reaction in gold, and we're not really seeing any real reaction in the dollar. So yeah, today is definitely going to be challenging today. It's definitely going to be challenging. This day might be just to sit on your hands or just wait for that long opportunity to present itself. Here on Bookmap, there is a buy wall right here, and the buyers are still coming in. And they're trying to buy this thing right back up. You know, as a price action trader, like even if you're going to trade one side, even if you're going to be a short trader or a long trader, usually there's the price action gives each side an opportunity to be profitable. No matter what side of the market you trade on. Because as a bear, obviously you want to get that rotation down, and as a bull, you want the bears to get that rotation down because it just makes when you get into an area of support, the bears are going to take their profits here at support, and the bulls are going to get in at this area of support, and it just makes that long easier, and vice versa. If you're a bear, you want the bulls to take price as high as possible so you can sell it. You want the bulls to be taking their profits here at this level, and you want to be a bear here at this level, and everybody's a seller, which makes this easier. But once the market is only delivering price action to one side of the market, we get this chop. We get this chop, chop, chop. We'll finally get a breakdown. And even though the bulls did come back in, instead of getting that elevator up, it chopped because the bears didn't get their rotation down. And so the bears are going to try to fight this all the way up. But I mean, the bulls still won. But even if you were in this long, I mean, if you got in at 8:30, I mean, this was a 2-hour trade at the top. I mean, this trade took 2 hours because the bears wanted their rotation down low, and the bulls were just fighting the bears' rotation down lower. Obviously, the bulls absorbed all the bearish price action down, and we got to chop down and we got to chop up, kind of like this. You see, like how the price action, the elevator up, the bears got their rotation down. I mean, the bulls did try fighting it on the way down. The bears got their rotation down, and when the bears took their profits, the bulls got into this. We got this nice clean price action elevator up. And that's why usually on news days, I just kind of hate the price action because it's choppy on both sides. And you really have to hope that you're on the right side of the market because you really don't know until the candles are really painted on the chart. So, and yesterday's market, I would say if the bulls took out this high, I would say that the market is reserving this high for the Nvidia earnings. If we get a shoot up, I would say that they're reserving this high, but the bulls do look like they're coming back in. And like I said, this would be a good area to short. But I wouldn't short this with all this bullish momentum. I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't short it. Yeah, and that's where we got this breaker structure. The bulls are coming back in. At least the bears are going to want to defend this area, especially the bears that's up here at this position right here. They're going to want to defend it. And so they're going to want to add to their positions right here. However, the bulls are just going to eat through all that. Hey, what's up, Katie? What's up? The bulls are definitely not giving anybody a decent pullback. It's either you're going to get in or you're not. I mean, that's definitely the vibe for this week. Get in or don't. I mean, like I said, man, normally I would take the short. I would take that short, man. Okay. That short. Actually, what? Hold on.
Order filled.
All right, so I wonder what the heck this is talking about. Mm. Says I'm waiting to up for video building a position. So Raven, are you building in a position in stocks or in options? Oh, guys, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Hmm. All right, let's see what this 9 o'clock algo does. Let's see what it does. I mean, right now, it looks like it really does look like the bulls are exhausted at this point. It really does look like the bulls are exhausted. Hmm. So we got, I mean, well, obviously not. $34. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, 360 level. Hmm. Yeah, I think they might save this for this afternoon. They might save this for this afternoon. At 355 to 360 level. I'm definitely looking for the market to trade up into this area probably later on this afternoon. All right. We got less than a minute for the algo to come in. Hmm. Mm. I mean, it's like right here. And I guess it kind of, I guess it can blast up. I guess it can. Kill it softly with the price action. Okay. Uh, I'm unsure about this. Hmm. All right, so the ES just presented a nice. I'm gonna take this. I'm taking it. This is a nice opportunity for a low risk reward trade.
Order filled.
And I don't have to risk this entire amount. All right. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm only gonna risk $375 in this trade because it may get up into this area with all this bullish reaction, all this bullish momentum. Mm. All right, so let's see if the Bears can defend this. What a tease. What a tease. What a tease. Looks like the NQ is about to roll over as well. Hmm. Kill us softly with the slow price action. Kill us softly with the slow price action. So, and price is right here back into this little range right here. Mm. If we get a break above this high, I'll close this early. I won't let it trade into my stop. I got it up this high because I don't want to get wicked out. If we trade above this high, I'll get stopped out. I'll stop myself out. See how? CL's doing the same thing, chopping around. I'm pretty sure that CL is waiting for the inflation data. I think everything is going to be waiting for the FOMC minutes. This is what's going to make today challenging. It is the FOMC minutes that's coming up at 1 o'clock Central Time. We got gold, we have CL, we have the dollar, we have the indices. They're not doing nothing right now. And it's only 9 o'clock. Man. Yeah, this is definitely a day where I might, man, I should have just probably just sat on my hands on this. Yeah, we got low volume right now. I mean, it makes sense why we have low volume. I mean, we have so much volatile news this afternoon, and the big money players are definitely going to be sitting on the sidelines, and the sim and retail traders are going to be the ones dictating the direction of the market today. So, I mean, if the big players aren't going to be buying into this move, it's only so much that retail can do. It's only so much. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely low volume. And we all know how the market moves when it's low volume. The market still gets to where it needs to get to. It's just that we're going to get these fake outs, this chop back and forth, these stop runs. And so the market still gets to where it needs to get to. It just is going to take its time to get there. It's going to take multiple hours. And honestly, the way that this is looking like it may try to run these stops above these highs right here. But I do want to wait to see if they do it actually. And like I said, if it gets above this high and it continues to trade, I'll get out for it. I'm not going to allow it to hit my stop up here. Or at least I'll try not to. Maybe get a big dildo candle up and it stops me out. I can't help that. But if we begin trading above this high, then I'll lower my risk. and accept a loss on this one. And just sit on my hands until something presents itself. The way it's looking like the, I mean, the way it's looking, the bears should be successful right here. The way it's looking right now, the bears should be successful. But the bulls are just not letting up on this one. They're not letting up. I guess that's what makes that's what makes this more difficult then. That's what makes it more difficult. But yeah, going back to CL. I mean, you really want to be trading CL in the morning. I mean, CL is a 2 to 3 o'clock instrument. I mean, if he was in this at 2 or 3 o'clock, I mean, you got this move up. This is what, if you caught, I mean, let's just say you caught this 52. Yeah, so this was 77.52. Yeah, almost about $1. It's about an 80-cent move right here. An 80-cent move. That's really good on CL. That's really good. That's 12 a.m. your time. Yeah, that's why. That's kind of why I stopped focusing on CL. Because during the summer months, when I first started trading CL, CL was trading so good during cash. I completely stopped trading the Nasdaq. Well, in that situation, I had no choice because there was just so much volume in the Nasdaq, and the device that I was using at the time, it only had like 8 gigabits or 6 gigabits of RAM at the time, or it had 8, and it couldn't handle all that volume. It couldn't handle all that data ingestion, and the charts would lag and freeze and on the NQ, stuff like that, especially when you're in a position and it lags. Obviously, it always lags at the wrong time, so I just had to find something new. And CL was just that perfect in between the ES and the Nasdaq. It was perfect. Cash session trading. And then once we started to, I guess once all that stuff happened with Russia, well, I mean, no, that couldn't have been it. Because I mean, the Ukrainian war had just started. Maybe, I guess, as it progressed, they maybe had to change up how they do things. I'm not sure. But now all the moves happen at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you may get a continuation into cash. I mean, this happened. Well, this happened during the cash session at 9 o'clock, and we did get this move down. But yeah, that's all you got. And then you came back in. Yeah, this is 12. Yeah, 7. Yeah. So it's really challenging to trade CL if you want CL to be your main instrument, at least the way that I trade her. I like to only trade 1 to 2 contracts. I like to use 27 points of risk for like 80 to 90 point target. I mean, you could trade her with a lot of like a 10 lot But honestly, I feel that if you trade that way with CL, you have to be very strategic with your entries. You kind of have to give her room. She doesn't really trade above highs like that for real. So I mean, if you get in at a good spot, I mean, you could have low risk for high reward. But how I trade her now, I like to just 1 to 2 contracts. I have room to breathe. I can capture this whole move, and yeah. But obviously, the way that I trade is just not. Yeah, this chop right here, yeah, that'll kill me. And that's why I deleted her off my charts the other day because I think it only moved up 18 cents for like 5 hours, and I was like, dude, yeah, yeah. If I'm going to get chopped up like that, yeah, Katie, like it was bad. Friday, I just put on a short position or a long position, and it only went up 18 cents. 18 cents in 5 hours. And then I think towards the end of the day, it finally pumped up towards the end of the day. And I mean, at that point, that's actually when I deleted the chart because I was like, dude, it's like I sat in this damn thing all day. It only went up 18 cents. I got frustrated. I closed it out. And towards 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, that's when it finally pumped up. And I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this crap, man. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. Yeah. All right. So it looks like right now the Bears are getting, it looks like they're getting their rotation down. But this is what makes this challenging. Usually when you see a price action like this, the Bulls give up. I mean, they have to. I mean, a lot of them are getting stopped out of their positions, and we usually see that stop run lower. I mean, the Bulls will obviously come back and try, but at a situation like this, usually you'll see more Bulls at areas of support. However, we're not getting the bearish price action. We're not getting it. And I'm trying my best not to change how I trade because I understand that this is only happening because of what's going on. However, it will complete. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard to trust that. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of hard to trust that. It's definitely hard to trust that. Now, if the bulls come back in here and we see a bullish engulfing candle, because technically now it's not supposed to trade above this high, but I will give it some room to breathe. It's really not supposed to trade above this high now. Now that we got somewhat of a breaker structure, the bears came in and they pushed price down. These highs should be protected, but we're just not. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. And I'll just actually keep this up at, yeah, right here, 46.50, because like I said, I don't want to get wicked out of anything. There goes that bullish engulfing candle right there. Yeah, that 20, yeah, they're getting that 2020 run up again. 2020s run up. Okay. All right, so the real question is, yeah. Hmm. 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 All right, so the NQ got, oh, I was about to say, I was like, damn, NQ got his rotation down lower. What the hell is the ES doing? Yeah, this, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you're getting the rotation down lower on the NQ. So I think we're okay. Yeah, I think I mean, nah. Hmm. I guess I can start doing that. I guess I can start doing that. Hmm. All right, so you got that. I mean, so they came in. Yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, sometimes that shit works. Sometimes. All right, so the bears are coming in here. Yeah. We don't got nothing that's going to shake up the markets anytime soon. I mean, we got crude inventories coming, or they actually got released. Um, Actually, let's see how that actually affected crude real quick. Hmm. We got a small pump, a 50-point pump right here. They'll probably get to this area right here, 748. I mean, actually, it might actually trade all the way up until 7854-ish. This thing keeps changing up. Keep picking and choosing. I mean, as this price action goes on, I do get more confident in the short. It does look like the bulls are getting exhausted. It does look like they are exhausted here. They're having a hard time pushing price higher. They're having a hard time pushing price off of this 21 VWAP and 50. I mean, they do got the 200 EMA sitting right here. They do have that. But they're having a hard time blasting off of these EMAs, which is kind of giving me hope for this position right now. It's giving me more confident in this trade. But looking up on Bookmap, there is a lot of buy orders here at this 200 EMA right now, at this 337 level. So there are some buy orders sitting here. And you can see it right here. And you can see they're sitting here. And they are buying. Look at all this buying. Look at all this buying. God damn. Bulls, yo, relax. Why are y'all buying this damn thing so high? Relax. Yeah, the Bears are just holding this off. But there's not really. So you never use the DOM? I think I feel that the DOM is only, well, at least Top Step X DOM. I will say that I like how simple it is. I really like how simple, yeah, effective it is. I really do. I like the fact that, it tells you the P&L of a position. I like that. I like the fact that I can come in and actually put an order in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can do that with all DOMs. But I like that how you can just move this right here. I like that with the Top Step X. And this, I wouldn't use the DOM. The only reason why I'm using the DOM is because I just bought the level 2 data for the stream. So everybody can see, where the orders are sitting at if they don't have, I mean, if they're not looking at the Thinking with Bookmap stream. I mean, you can see the orders here on this DOM. So I bought the level 2 data for that reason. You say you don't know how to read it. So basically, right here is the volume profile. And what the volume profile usually tracks is, how many transaction is happening at each level. Right now, here you see this huge node, volume node right here. You can see that this is where a lot of people are transacting here in this market. So this is a crucial area right now. And you can see the bears and the bulls are trying to defend this area right now. For some reason, the bulls think that this is a great area to buy, but in reality, it's not. This is where bulls would get trapped and the bears would usually be successful, usually. But because of what's happening today, I mean, the bulls are just buying anywhere. They're just buying anywhere. But I mean, you can see the difference between the buyers. You can see all these passive buyers. So this is the bid. The bid is the buy side. The ask is selling. Excuse me. When you're looking at the bid and ask, to simplify it, the ask is how much you're selling it for. The bid is how much you're buying it for, just to simplify it. And you can see that there's a lot of people on the buy side. That's why we're getting this chop. Because as price goes down, a lot of people's passive orders the orders that they got sitting at these levels are getting filled as price goes down. And I wouldn't be surprised when price gets to this level right here, this 337 level. You see all these orders, these limit orders sitting right here at this level. When price trades into it, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a move right back up into this same area right here. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. The DOM usually tells you the low of day and the high of day. You can see that price is only trading in a small range today so far. Price hasn't really done anything, at least on the ES it hasn't. It is yet to do anything. And on the NQ. And like honestly, I realize that the DOM doesn't really, it's not as effective on the NQ. You can see that I don't think really nobody put limit orders on the NQ. I wouldn't. It's too volatile for it. It's too volatile to not monitor your trades on the Nasdaq. It's too volatile. I mean, it'll take out lows and highs, and then you'll get a reversal. So because it's so light, that's the assumption that I make when I look at the NQ's DOM. It's just light compared to the ES. I wouldn't set a limit order on the ES or the Nasdaq. Or let me rephrase that. I wouldn't have a limit order sitting overnight on the Nasdaq. On the ES, I'll usually set a limit and I will forget about it most of the time because I mean, either it's going to be right or it's going to be wrong. But shit, with the NQ, she'll run through the stop and then run to the target. I mean, she's so notorious for doing that. It's just better to just always monitor your trades with her. Mm. Mm. But yeah. If we don't see if you don't see any movement by 10 o'clock, I will consider closing this trade because it's not performing the way that I think it should perform. I'll consider closing this trade around 10 o'clock-ish, 10:30-ish, 10 o'clock-ish. If I'm not seeing any movement in price. Mm. You're in 3 micros? Yeah, Raven, I'm in short. I mean, I will agree that the market is very bullish. I definitely agree with that. However, I'm short based on the structure now. We talked about this last night, and we talked about this yesterday. I took this short because of this structure. We had a break of structure. I'm assuming that the bears are going to come back in, and it's going to at least rotate price lower. That's what I'm looking for. And as you can see, that's what the bears are trying to do. But I wouldn't buy here. I mean, the crazy thing is if you buy here and it works, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, it works today. But if you make that a habit of buying in an area where the bears have proven that they want to short in this area, and there were so many bears in this area that they pushed price lower and broke structure, in the long run, it's not going to work out. This is also a cognitive dissonance for me right now as well. I'm trading how I normally trade, even though I know that the bullish momentum is really strong. So I am trapped between a rock and a hard place. Normally this would work. Right now, I mean, it works, and then the bulls buy it right back up. So it's like, well, what do I do? What do I do? Am I going to wait for a good buy opportunity? But in order for a buy opportunity to happen, the bears have to rotate price lower. But then every time they rotate price lower, the bulls buy it back up. So it's like, well, shit, what do you do? If you want a trade that has great risk reward to it. The reward on the bull side is that we retest this high, but then you have all this downside risk if the bulls fail. Now, on the flip side, I have all this risk right here with this potential reward. So in situations where the market is just being crazy and you see me take a trade, if all else fails, I'm looking at the risk to reward. The reward is to the downside, so I'm a trade to the downside. Because I would rather risk this and get this versus risking that just to get this, even if it works, because in the long run, it's not gonna work in the long run. But I do understand that it's working right now. So I mean, I'm not blind to that fact, but that's how I'm approaching this right now. That's how I'm approaching this. And Cody, hopefully, I mean, we got this bearish move, this bearish candle down. This right here should be a bull killer. This candle right here should be a bull killer. And now since we got that break of structure, now I can actually move my risks lower, because honestly, it's not supposed to trade above this high now. And Katie, I mean, if you don't want to hold this for the long haul, I mean, the bulls actually may come back in strong in this area right here. They may come back in strong. $336, yeah. I mean, I can see that happening, man. I can see $336 happening. Yeah, Katie, this market is stupid, man. Honestly, I think after Nvidia's earnings, regardless of what happens, I think the market is going to be super bullish. The reason why I say that, because let's look at Nvidia right now. Nvidia is one of those stocks where it's the new Tesla. It's the new Tesla. And you know how crazy Tesla was. I mean, let's look at Tesla back in the day. Let's look at Tesla, because Tesla is no longer Tesla. Look at this drop on Tesla, man. That's crazy. But let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. go back to a monthly chart. I mean, look at the crazy moves on Tesla. Every time price dropped, you got a big move up. It drops, big move up. I think this is around the time where Elon Musk became the enemy of the state. And you can see that on the flip side, every time it kept going up and up and up. Yep. I think he bought Twitter in 2001. And after he bought Twitter, look at his stock. Look at that stock. But you couldn't short Twitter at all. Or not Twitter, Tesla. So now that Nvidia is now the new Tesla, if we get a dip, let's just say they got bad earnings. Let's say they get a bad earnings. Yeah, they fall. It's gonna get bought right back up. It's gonna get bought right back up. So even if they have bad earnings, and even if Nvidia does get a drop, people's buying that shit up, and it's gonna go higher. And Nvidia is gonna probably get bought all day tomorrow. So I think even if it's bad, we're still getting a bullish day, and we're going to probably get some strong bullish momentum tomorrow. Some strong bullish momentum. But that's just my opinion for right now. Now, we had a candle close below the 21 VWAP and the 50 EMA. This should be a bull killer candle. This should be a bull killer. But let's see. Let's see. Or is this an instance where I should just shut the fuck up and color? Hmm. I'm really no, I'm gonna let this position ride. We're not, like I said, I'm not gonna change how I trade just because we're getting some crazy price action. I was really thinking about just putting my stop here at break even plus.
Connection lost.
Let me make sure that my connection is still, am I still connected? I was thinking about putting my stop at break even plus one, just in case to protect capital, but I want to let this position play out. I want to let it play out. I don't want to start trading in a fearful state. Mm, that's weird, man. Let me go back. $200. Yeah. I guess people could. Mm, yeah. All right. Here, I think got 8 minutes until 10 o'clock. I usually start to see the market move in one direction or the other around this time because this will be 11 o'clock Eastern time, and I think that's lunch for New York is that 11 o'clock time. But yeah, if I see a really strong bullish candle, because we got this big massive red candle down, and that right there should tell us that the bears are here. We ain't winning right now. Yeah, this should be like a clean rotation down, but this is the slow price action. We would need another we would need another bull killer candle right here. This candle would have to close red. A strong red candle. I mean, did we get it? Hmm. Yeah, let's got NQ. Yeah, the NQ and the ES are both doing the same thing. Let me look at the book map on NQ on my phone for NQ. Hmm. They're sitting at that level too. Okay. Yeah. What can you do? All right, so let's see. And then we got 4 minutes until this 10 o'clock hour. Yeah, I guess they could try to. I mean, I guess. I mean, I guess. I guess. I guess. Mm, okay. Okay. Yes. Mm, all right. 10 o'clock is less than a minute, less than 60 seconds. All right, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. And we did get some movement, but it's not anything that. mm, Let's see if they take this out. Mm, yeah, that's going to be something else. Something else to be mindful of. Yeah, that's going to be something else that I'm going to be mindful of. Like when the market is trading on extreme low volume, what I'm also going to be start to look for is how often the market is trying to go for liquidity, below and above highs. Because I kind of figured like we got this big red candle down. I kind of figured that they was going to probably come back up here and try to take out some more liquidity. Because you can see that the bulls are trying to break it above this high, but it keeps getting knocked down. But I may give this trade about 30 more minutes, honestly. I may give this trade 30 more minutes before I just completely lock myself out of this trade. This trade is not performing at all. Watch. Yeah. 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 Yeah, Katie, yeah. It's not performing. And I hate when the market's like this. I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate when the market is like this. I absolutely hate it. And I think I guess once we get closer to that 12 o'clock hour, actually is it like at 10:30 or something? Yeah, man, we don't have anything. We don't have anything until 12. We'll see what happens with this bond auction, but I mean we'll be off stream on this when this happens. Uh, yeah, we don't have anything. Oops, we definitely don't have anything. Nothing to move the market from one side to the next. So let's see if they actually take this high out. I mean, honestly, I'm looking at to see if they take out this 44 high. If they do, I'm gonna try not to allow it to take out the full 300. I'm gonna try. Yeah, that's part of the game. It's definitely part of it. Okay. If this trades above this high, okay. Okay, so right now that's a sweep. Yeah. You know what? I'll just keep my no, I'll just keep my stop right here. I'll just keep it here. I'll just keep it there. Why wouldn't you short all-time highs? Gain weight, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try to short all-time highs? Says might get 850 on NQ, then draw it. We're like 10 point. Yeah, I kind of figured that we was going to probably get up into this 18.5 level. I mean, gain weight, kind of going back to your question, like you already know, I don't have no problem being a bull. I can't be a bull up this high, dude. I just can't do that. This is absolute craziness. I get it. We're bullish. I get it. I get it. It's working now. I get it. I get it. But this might work. I mean, what, for the last 2 weeks it's been working. And I get it, man. It's been working. But in order for me to be a buyer, I have to have a deep pullback, or at least a pullback. But if price is just going to grind up higher, my mind is automatically going to be looking for sells. I'm not looking for buys up this high. I would probably, I mean, like I said, I've broken myself out of that habit. I don't think I can even do it without, I don't think I can do it, honestly. If I were to buy this, I would probably get out of the position. I'm just not going to buy high. I'm not going to buy high on this. So I'm just going to keep looking for short positions and then just manage my risk. I mean, that's all I can do at this point. Just manage my risk the best that I can. Honestly, what I probably should have did was just sat on my hands today. That's probably what I should have did, but I'm not ever going to do that either. I'm a trader. I don't even feel right if I don't trade, if I don't take opportunities that I see. At least try. At least try. Mm. Yo, what's up, Mick? I mean, I am a perma bull most of the time when we get pullbacks. When we get pullbacks, definitely bull all day. But I mean, well, I mean, we got no pullbacks, man. We got no pullbacks. I mean, the pullback's been kind of happening overnight, which that kind of makes sense. Everybody is asleep. All the bulls are sleeping. I guess the bears come out to play in the pre-market, and then the bulls take it right back up. But by the time the stream starts, or I look at the charts, price is already trading up higher. So I'm already looking for sell opportunities and not buy opportunities. So I may have to actually, yeah, like I said, man, we're just gonna have to get through all this. I mean, if this is gonna be a losing trade, it's only $300. We can get that back. If this is gonna be a losing trade, actually, I kind of feel more if I do it, give it one more point. Kind of want to give it one more point. I'll lose $375 if I'm wrong here. But definitely on the NQ. Yeah, we talked about that 850 level shit last night. I think we get here on the NQ. I mean, this is the next psychological level. They may stop it here at 45 like they always usually do at this 45 level. I mean, I ain't been trying to short this market for 8 weeks straight. Now you're just making stuff up, gain weight. I just turned into a bear. I turned into a bear, what, like 2 weeks ago? Early May? Yeah, I think I turned into a bear like probably like the last week of April when we just got this crazy move up with no pullback. That's when it all started. That's when I turned into a bear. But I've been a bull most of this time. No, I've been a bull for most of the time. That 8 weeks, you just making stuff up on that 8 week stuff. Yeah, I've been a bull. Yeah, I've been a bull since what 2024 started. I've been a bull. Y'all saying, yo, why you keep buying? Why you keep buying, dude? This is a great area to buy. Why would you not buy here? And I was short when I was supposed to be short, and I was long when I was supposed to be long. It's just that this last 2 or 3 weeks, when we right after the CPI, so when we got CPI, whenever we got CPI, first it was PPI. So whenever we got PPI, that's when I've been a bear because the market has just been going straight up. And yeah. I mean, at this point, like I said, shit, if it's not going, so if I was trading the Nasdaq, I think I would be more of a bull on the Nasdaq. With the ES, not so much. Not so much with the ES. The ES does not trade that way. I mean, even though we're still getting all this bullish momentum, she somewhat still respects price action a little bit, but ultimately overall, she's been doing that same craziness that the Nasdaq's been doing with all this bullishness. I would be a bull more. Feel more comfortable being a bull on the Nasdaq because you really don't even need deep pullbacks with the Nasdaq. You can just kind of, if there's a dip, you can buy it on the Nasdaq, not the ES, not to have risk reward in your favor. Hmm. I might actually. I have been thinking about doing this though. I have been thinking about trying to see how I can kind of integrate both trading the Nasdaq and the ES. Mm. I mean, you see what I'm talking about? Like, this is what I'm talking about. It says, go look at your own stream, see how you started, and this is why I just don't say shit no more. You're predictable and cool, but it's obvious you want to know. Damn, gain weight. It's like, why do I say these things? I think that's kind of obvious. I think I always say that I like to catch tops and bottoms. I've mentioned that. I've mentioned that. That's not a mystery. That is something that I've definitely mentioned. I like to catch tops and I like to catch bottoms. I like to catch tops and bottoms. That's no mystery. That is not a mystery. I've said that plenty of times. I mean, but at the same time, why would you not want to catch tops and bottoms? Why? I mean, if the market moves in a predictable fashion, and if you get into a decent area of support and resistance, why would I get in right here with the risk of it doing this versus if I see if okay, so we got a break of structure here, price is trading in this area. This is a great area to short. Why not take the risk right here to where you have all this risk versus if you take it right here and you have all this risk plus all this risk. But like I said, man, that's no mystery. I prefer to catch tops and bottoms. I like getting the big, massive moves with low risk and high reward. That's how I trade. That is no mystery. That is no mystery. I don't like putting on 10 contracts and getting 5 to 10 point scalps. I don't like that. It says, well, no, you do, but if it's not working out. Nah, nah. Well, the tops and bottoms, that always works. But what I will agree with you on, what I will agree with you is like on news days. I mean, I do know that on when the price action is trading in one direction, that I have to adapt to that. And that's definitely challenging for me. It is definitely challenging. That is definitely challenging. Because I feel like, I mean, what the hell is going on? And it's hard or is a challenge for me to adapt to that. And for the most part, to save mental resources on news days or news weeks, if those are going to be my losing trades, then so be it. Because I know majority of the time, the price action doesn't work this way. And then even if we do get bullish momentum or bearish momentum in one direction, it's usually the market going to a specific level anyway. So if I can kind of identify where the market is trying to go, I can kind of put my trades on there. But obviously, it's not always going to be right. But I'm going to try. So it's like I said, I do agree with you on that. I have to kind of adapt to when the market is being irrational. But the challenge is identifying when the market is being irrational, identifying, okay, if the market is going to be irrational, where's the market trying to go? And if the market trades past that area, well, you can't do anything about it. Just got to manage our risk. That's the only thing I can do. I mean, I'll lose the $375 if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I mean, look at all this reward I have if I'm right. if I'm right. So is that okay? Says trade NQ on slow days for ES. That's something I can possibly consider. I can do that. 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 This is why we kind of need Smith, just for the NQ traders. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. And, and so this is the difference. So like for the newer traders, I mean the difference between the NQ and the ES, the patterns on the NQ overall work, but in these microstructures they don't. If I trade the NQ, I would have to actually try to make this as easy as possible. Because shit, trading the NQ is, I mean, majority of it is identifying levels, getting in at the lowest point possible, putting your target where you think price is going to go, and just holding it. You really can't manage your risk with the NQ because like what happened the other day with this drop. I think yeah, 94. Yeah, right here. I tried to manage my risk right here, and I missed this whole move down because I tried to move my stop into break even +1, and y'all guys saw it where it just tapped me out, and then we got this big massive move down. Or in this situation right here, where was it at? I think it was, where was it at? It was one of these longs, because I know that happened, and I think it was right here. I think it was right here. I got in long, and then I got out like somewhere around here, just for it to keep climbing up. So, I mean, with the NQ, you really have to, mm, you really have to pick your spots with the NQ. No, it was right here. Yeah, I think it was right here because of this trend line. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in this area to where I thought I got out at the top and it just kept on moving up. So, I mean, with the newer traders, I would never recommend trading the NQ as your first instrument because she does not respect levels or not. She respects levels. She doesn't respect structure. You can see that she'll break right through structure, but she will stop at levels. When she gets to a specific level, she does respect levels more than structure. ES, obviously, she respects structure. And I feel like ES is more for newer traders. Man, but we'll see, man. We'll see if we'll see because I mean shit, the Bears basically failed or not the Bears, the Bulls failed again, but they're still trying. The Bulls are still trying. And it's getting to that 10:30. So like I said, if I get a break below this, I'm gonna move my stop to break even +1 on this. This actually may work out later on in the day as we get closer to that bond auction. I think with China not being a buyer of bonds anymore, I think we might get a negative reaction to that once we get the numbers being released. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But obviously, this would have been a better entry right here. This should be good short tail Fed speed. I think we have FOMC minutes today. I don't think we got a Fed speaker. Yeah. We had our Fed speakers this morning. And we have the bond auction or the bonds, whatever this is, the bond auction, 20-year bonds at 12. And then we have the FOMC minutes at 1. Says I'm on G7 meeting. Why is that? When is that actually? I mean, with everybody, well, not everybody, but with China leading the move to the dollarization, I can understand how concerning that is. I can definitely understand how concerning, because I mean we talked about this. China has the biggest come up in history. Nobody can say that they had it worse than China. China, on paper, should never be where it's at right now. However, they're here. And not only are they rival to the United States, they're actually taking the United States economic model. They're going to these underdeveloped countries and they're offering a seat at the table to these third world countries or to these underdeveloped countries. And they're building infrastructure there. And so, from a very high level, the new generation coming up, once they have, or actually, let me say this first, because I kind of went back and looked at the whole relationship between Africa and France and how most of West Africa has been colonized by France. And a lot of those nations are considered colonies of France, which, yeah, anyway. But obviously France, or not France, but West Africa is rebelling, and they said that any acts against West Africa would be a declaration of war. And so France is obviously throwing a tantrum because of that. But that uranium that's in Africa that France needs, it's been said that that uranium provides electricity for people in France, while the people in Africa and West Africa doesn't have electricity. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, that is crazy. I mean, I understand that, from a higher point of view, if somebody is not going to utilize the resources that's on their land correctly, you can go in there and you can barter, or you can try to take advantage of the situation. But we're in 2024 now, where everything's supposed to be politically correct. France was saying all that shit along with the United States and everybody else about how Russia invading Ukraine was the next thing to the Holocaust. And yet France is basically doing the same thing to West Africa. The same exact thing. Instead of it's invading, they colonized these things and said, oh yeah, these people belong to us. Anything on this land belongs to us. And we don't have to develop these countries. So I mean, the hypocrisy is obviously there. But going back to the point, that's why a lot of these nations are going to Russia and China. Well, all these nations are going to China because not China's developing these countries and allowing these leaders to come to the table and to have a seat at the table versus being considered a colony or somebody's bitch, basically. So, and now that China has, I mean, if you've seen the reception that China gave Russia as Putin went to visit China, you can see that China means this shit. They're serious about the move to de-dollarization. And that will obviously be bad for us here in the United States. Obviously. Obviously. So it's one of those things, like I said, as a United States citizens, we don't want this to be successful. However, it's highly unlikely that it won't be. And unfortunately, we have to rely on the policymakers to do something about this. The words that they've thrown at China is tariffs, because they can't invade China because, with all the, like I said, with all the way that they condemned Russia from invading Ukraine, now the United States can't even use that as a weapon. They invaded Iraq, but obviously with the attacks on the World Trade Center, people was behind that. You're not going to get a situation where you can say that China committed a terrorist attack, giving the United States, what's the word I'm looking for, justification to attack China. Now they're just waiting on if China, quote unquote, attacks Taiwan, the United States says that they will step in. And honestly, I really wouldn't be surprised if we see something happening Taiwan and the United States says, yeah, now let's go attack China to China justify this crap. And 20 years later, the documents or get declassified and we see that it's a, what is that shit called? The same thing that they did in the past with Brazil, I think, a false flag once the documentation gets declassified. So it's really concerning to be a United States citizen, especially with inflation, especially with the incompetency of the Biden administration and China taking advantage of that and moving the world to de-dollarization. So it's understandable. It is definitely understandable. And you said Japan? What's up with Japan? Honestly, with Japan, I really don't pay attention to Japan because on the global scale, it seems like Japan is just an extension of the United States. From what I've seen, Japan has their own thing, but they still answer to the United States. Based on what I've studied, they still are kind of like, I mean, obviously, officially, nobody's not going to say this out loud, but they're kind of, I'm not going to sit here and say a colony of the United States, but yeah, they still answer to the United States in a sense. But we'll see if the Bears are going to finish off this rotation. I want to see what the Bulls do when they get to this 336 level. I want to see if the Bulls are going to defend this, if we're going to get a bullish engulfing candle. And if we do, I'm going to move my stop to break even in +1. We're just not getting the bearish rotation down anymore. This right here, I mean, I've seen this play out. This low liquidity reversal move where you get this rotation down, we get this stop run taking out old highs, and after it takes out an old high, then we get a rotation down lower. We got 1, 2, 3 red candles down lower. So once we get a break of this structure at 40 and they come in at 36, if honestly, price shouldn't really trade back up here if this is a real rotation down for the bears. And I'll just move my stop to break even +1. And we'll just protect our capital because I think once we get closer to that 1 o'clock hour, I think the bears or the bulls will give up and we'll just start to grind down. And then once we get that release at 1 o'clock or somewhere close to it, yeah, it's like 44.50. Yeah, just and if we can get a break of this level, if the bulls fail to defend this level right here, we can definitely see a stop run down to this area. And this is where I would scale out of majority of my position here. I know that right now my targets are kind of all over the place, but I would scale out of majority of my position here. I'll probably take out if I got 15 on, I'll probably keep 10. I'll take 10 off right here. Actually, I'll take 10 off right here, and I'll put it at 29. I'll take 10 off right here if we can get this rotation down lower, and then. And then I think we can get a rotation down lower, but I don't think we get this probably in today's session. I really wouldn't be surprised if NVIDIA earnings come out, price bounces literally off this 15 level and then goes higher. I really wouldn't be surprised if it bounces off this 15 level. This 15 to about 311, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna play this. And I'm going to have and then possibly, so if I take off 10 at 30, 26, 22, and just leave on the run. If we can get a break at this level, this first target can get hit. We can get this first target. Yeah, basically the weakness of that. All right, so let's see what the yeah, this can definitely go either way on the NQ. This can definitely go either way on the NQ. Yeah, I really wouldn't even be surprised if she's asleep right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Hmm. Yeah, because that's a range. And right now we got to sweep above that range. So right now, so this is basically a range. We had price sweep on top of it and trade right back into this range. Yeah, yeah. If price gets to this area right here, I'm going to move my stop to break even. Yeah, and I'm starting to also see that too. Starting to also see that, I mean, even if it does initially work out, getting in at these levels is definitely crucial. It's definitely going to be crucial. Because even if I was in here at this 44 level, we got like maybe a point. Yeah, just like a point of drawdown. And we got this move down. So even if I was here, I'd be up like 4 points. Yeah. And this 36 level is definitely going to be. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a break at this level at 36. This is basically the same thing. Yeah, and then they got a yeah. So there's going to be bulls coming in here. Yeah, I got this level 30, this 36 level on my chart. I see 36 on book map, and there's 36. So we'll see what happens when price gets here. This Mm. Mm. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, I think they break this. I think they break this low. And then at that 28, yeah, we'll take off our first target here at 31. But this is definitely going to be the make or break level right here. Definitely the make or break. Let's see. Let's actually see if the volume got any better. Yeah. And this is why we're getting this chop. I mean, this is how the market should open. We should be seeing 200K in the 200K at the start of the session. I mean, obviously the ES and the micro NQ. I guess that's where all the volume is right now. But yeah, this 200K volume, that's definitely low. But I'll leave this up. I need to head to this meeting real quick. I should be back in the next 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by this. This is a great area for the Bulls to come right back in here. I'm not surprised by this. But what I will do though, it's like I said, I will reduce the risk on this one. This will be a risk-free trade. Actually, yeah. Or no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I like how this happened after I walked away from the screen. Oh my God, dude. I like how that happened after I walked away. Because I think this would have been what our 9 point. I mean, if we took it here, this would have been 9 points instead of our 10 point trade or our 10 point first target. The Bulls actually may come back in this. Yeah, you can see on Bookmap that this was definitely a stop run. Yeah, there's a lot of people sitting here. There's a lot of people sitting here. So I kind of felt that if the Bulls was not going to hold this level up, that we was going to get this move lower. I would have loved that they actually got down further. I would have loved that, hit that first target, and then we can actually move this to break even +1. Did you? Yo, congratulations on that. I mean, you said on the ES. If you're on the ES, yeah, yeah. 803 on the NQ. Yeah. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. Just be mindful of this long because that right there, I mean, even though that's a stop candle down, that's a bull killer candle. And we may get another leg down. We may get another leg down. Just be mindful of that. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can kind of care less about that. Kind of care less about that. But honestly, I mean, if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, 45, that's about what a 13 point play right there. 13 to 12 points. Yeah, 13 point play. That's a lot on the ES. That is a lot on the ES. Yeah, this was a $650 move right here on the ES on one contract, on one mini contract. And on a 10 lot, that's a quick $6,500 that somebody made from top to bottom. So, damn. Like I said, I'm kind of upset this happened when I walked away from the screen. But I'm going to also be completely honest. I mean, if I saw this, hmm, Yeah, I know, Jack. Like, isn't that crazy? As soon as I walk away from the screen, as soon as I walk away, we get this big drop. And then I come back, is on the rise again. But I do think that we may get another leg lower. I mean, I don't think that we get all these targets hit. Maybe we do. Maybe. I mean, only one can hope. But we kind of want to get this first target hit. I mean, if we're going to get a target hit, let it be the first one. At least we got paid for this. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this would probably be like 4 to 5, like on 50, like on 10 contracts. Times 5 times 10. Yeah, this is $500 right here. And this is definitely can pay. At least you'll get paid for the trade. You can make this a risk-free trade. And if we can get some more, I mean, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, so we're going into the 11 o'clock hour. But however, like I said, that's a pullback. That's a pullback. That what makes staying in this position difficult. That is a pullback. I mean, that is definitely a pullback. That is a pullback. Mm. Let me look at this. Let me see where potentially this could go. Isn't that something? Yeah, okay. I mean, if you didn't get out on this drop, damn, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Uh, damn, damn. These leg lower bulls are tired out. Hmm. Yeah, Jack and MP3. Yeah. Apparently, apparently. Hmm. That was a pullback. That was definitely a pullback. That might have been it. Oh man, that might be it. Oh, that might be it.
Connection lost.
That might be it. So that's why I'm gonna reduce my risk. I'm gonna reduce it. I mean, because at this point, I think might have been the best area to get out of this trade. I will say now, I will say this. If you're in this trade and you didn't take your profit short on the ES, maybe I should just follow my own advice. I don't know. But put your stop to break even +1 because this could have been the deep pullback that the bulls were looking for because based off of how they're buying this thing right back up. Mm. And I don't think the FOMC minutes is going to say anything that these people don't already know. I don't think it's going to say anything that they don't already know. That the Fed hasn't been saying, that the Feds have been saying. But I am holding on to the chance that before before the meetings come out, I don't think the bulls are going to fully commit to taking out this structure. I mean, obviously you're going to have your dip buyers. I mean, they're going to probably scalp here and there. That's actually what I'm hoping that happens. But like I said, I mean, I'll just take the loss because I missed the winning trade. I missed it. It happened when I walked away. Oh boy, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. Hmm. But we'll look at like so. We already know that the NQ. Yeah, the way that the NQ's looking, this can definitely trade right back into this range. We can probably get a pop. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. All right. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, do we take the like? Does it want to play that game? Does it want to do that? Okay. And so I'll stay with you guys for the next 15 minutes because I have to get to work. But I will say this. I won't be in this trade after the news come out. I will not be in this trade after the news come out. I mean, hopefully we can get a double bottom. Hopefully we can get a double bottom, but I doubt that that'll happen. Not with all this bullishness. So right now we have to hope. Uh, yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, because they probably might come back in here at 34. I mean, even if they do get a drop here, they may come in at 34. And the NQ, I mean, right now it's rejecting. Uh, Bulls, god damn. God. Ah, Bulls, god damn. Let these bears get their rotation down lower so the price action can be easier for everybody. Damn. Well, I get up at the same time every day to go to my meeting. So, yeah, I might have to actually get out of this one to protect capital on this. Damn. Freaking bulls. Freaking bulls, man. Freaking bulls. Hmm. Let me see how much that would cost. That would cost $600. All right. Okay. I would hate to do this. I hate doing this, especially after being in profit. Man, god damn it. Damn. Damn. At this point, she's playing with my emotions at this point. I feel like she's playing with my emotions at this point. All right. So 43, 44, 43, 44, 43. Says, what you gonna do, Sure? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I put this at 45. How much do I lose? $200? Okay, so this is what I'll do. I mean, above this high, I lose 280, but I do want to give it 50, 25. So I'll just lose the $300. I'm just going to keep my position here. I mean, if I don't get this rotation down lower, I'm willing to accept the $300 loss, and I'll just be done for the day. We can recoup a $300 loss. We can get that back. But if we're successful, we can definitely make double time that. Oh, we'll double that with this drop down. But as I get closer to that 1 o'clock hour, first I really want to see how the market reacts to the bond news. That's really what I want to see a reaction for. If we get a violent reaction with the news with the bonds, that'll kind of help me determine what I should do with the position at FOMC. You say you want to take it off, but the bulls are going crazy. Yeah, they're definitely highly regarded right now. They're definitely highly regarded right now. I get that damn mosquito. I mean, right now the Bears are holding the Bulls off. I mean, I don't really expect for the big lot Bulls to commit until we get the FOMC and the bond data. I don't think they're going to commit. But I'm also not saying that the Bears are going to take advantage of that, because I mean, it seems like neither side is committing right now. A lot of these Bears are shorting, but we're not getting the follow through. I mean it took all day for the Bears to do this. It took all day for them to do that. And that's the best they got. But I mean, even though the momentum was bullish, I mean, if you didn't get into this long right here, the Bulls was just as choppy as the Bears were today on the NQ. I mean, obviously in this chop, you could have made money both sides on the NQ being a bull and a bear. But obviously that's not the case for the ES. Obviously. I mean, if you didn't get this drop at open, I mean, well, I guess the Bears made their money, the Bulls made their money, the Bears made their money, the Bulls made their money. But honestly, during when this price action was happening, you couldn't tell me that both sides was actually making money today. But apparently they did. But yeah, both sides of the market is just not committing right now. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for the data, I guess, because no side is committing. Mm, yeah, no side is committing right now. And she's just dancing around my break even, dancing around it, dancing around it. Okay. Oh, you just cashed out on that long? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is what's been fueling this market lately. Just a lot of FOMO buyers just waiting to get into this. I mean, look at all this volume. Like, look at that. Look at all this volume compared to the bear side. I mean, they got their wall here. And man, man, I was thinking the same thing. And I was like, should I just hold it right here and then possibly scale into this right here? I mean, should I play it like this? Because I was like, yeah, this is a deep pullback. They can definitely take out this high, but they'll probably try to retest this area right here at 49. Hmm. But yeah, I'll definitely get out of this position at closer to FOMC because I'm pretty sure the bulls are going to use it as an excuse to buy this shit right back up. So um, shit, I just realized that. Damn. Huh. I just realized that. Damn. That shit touched it perfectly too, man. He touched it perfectly. I mean, I guess we can possibly see it. We could possibly see it. If the Bears are successful, we might can get this first and second target hit. And they bounced it. They bounced it right there, dude. Man, I'm kind of mad I missed that. They bounced it right at that level. They bounced it right there. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, if we can get past that 40 level, we can get a break at that 40 level, right underneath this. We can get right underneath that. Okay. All right, man. All right, guys. Like yeah, I think we can. I think price will probably get to 43 on the ES. I mean, obviously, we trade above this high right here, and then it's kind of, it may be going for this area right here. That's probably where it may be trying to get to. My only concern, my only concern about this position, and I'm probably not going to do this because, like I said, I'm not going to. I mean, I think this was the deep pullback right here, or this was the pullback, and you can see it immediately got bought right back up. I just hate the fact that I missed this move. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Yeah, because that was a great dip buy for bulls. That was a great dip buy. That was a great dip buy for bulls. And technically, does NQ dropping? Yeah, I kind of figured that it would drop here at this level, but it might get picked right back up here at 803. We'll see. Honestly, if NQ can break this, if the NQ can break this level, we can definitely possibly get a bounce here at this 780 level, around the 780 level. Let me look at it on the on my phone real quick. Yeah, with the NQ. Yeah, it looks like the Bulls now have kind of been exhausted. At least on the NQ. I don't see anything on the NQ. I don't see anything. All right, now they're trying to come in at that 800 level. Yeah, they're trying to come in here at 800. I see a wall right here. Yeah, at this level where I pointed to. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be a bull and all this regardedness, why not? I mean, at the bottom of this range, I mean, you got your candle low right here. You can buy in right here, have your stop right here at 799 or yeah, I mean, this is a good risk reward trade right here. Yeah. Not on the ES though, apparently. We don't get that type of love on the ES. Yeah, but let me correct this because I'm not gonna do that. I'll keep it at 60. I'll just keep it at this 4650 area. Yeah, I'll just keep it there. I'll try MP3. Uh, I mean, if we get, and let me see what the NQ is doing. I mean, they are trying to come back in on this. And we are getting closer to that bond auction news. We are getting closer. So what is this? So what is this saying? Intraday high, um, bonds, the Japanese yen, the dollar. So this must be Forex stuff. Yeah, futures get no kind of love. You say you trade while writing your novel or novella story. Okay. Give me a second. Let me answer this down call real quick. Yeah, mine was just. I think I should get out of this, at least on the ES, because apparently She's not getting the same reaction that the NQ's getting. And this is why I prefer to trade the NQ over the ES, but we'll just keep it the ES. Yeah. All right. And I just hate the fact that, man, it's like it's right here at my break even. So it's either I protect capital and just take the 37 damn dollars, or I guess as I say it out loud, it does sound foolish. I was about to say, and hope that the Bears finish their rotation. Not gonna do it. I mean, logically, yeah, that they're not gonna do it, but I'm hoping that they will. But all right, guys, I gotta go. I'm just gonna keep it like this. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I mean, it just sucks that we finally got this damn drop, and I was away from the screen. I wasn't able to manage this damn position. I think that's what frustrates me the most, because this was 9 points right here. This was 9 points. If I saw this big drop and I saw that, yeah, I would have took this first target, especially how long we waited for it to happen. 9, 10 points. I would have took this one. I just hate that it didn't. Oh, man, I just hate that so much. Mm. I appreciate that, Jack. Says any writing tips for beginners? Well, I mean, I'm not a professional writer, however. Even though we may not like it, and I understand that this is a fast world, and honestly, this is why I don't like it either. That the structure, what we learned in elementary school, writing a rough draft, your rough draft. I mean, you just let your ideas flow out onto the page. You don't think about what you're writing. You just allow your thoughts to flow out from your mind to your hand onto the paper, and you do your rough draft. And after you have your rough draft finished, that's basically the foundation of what it could be. I know a lot of people boast about being able to just write and not have a rough draft, and just the first thing that comes to mind, they just go with it. I think those are people that has been writing for a majority of their lives, and writing is obviously second nature to them, so they don't have to do the rough draft process and stuff like that. But for beginners, doing that rough draft, that second draft, and then that final draft, that structure will be the best to follow. Damn. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that is the best way how to do things, man. That is the best way. I mean, we don't like it. We live in a fast world. A lot of people don't like doing it that way, but it's been proven to work. I mean, some of the best written literature was not written in not even a day. Some of I mean, if you look at some of our best, a lot of it has been written over years. It takes years for these authors to finish their writing. I'm reading this book called The Wealth of Nations, and supposedly it took that writer 50 years to complete that book, and it's still being revised today, or they're still making additions to that book. Be like the first edition, second edition, third edition, and supposedly The Wealth of Nations took 50 years to write, the first draft, the first release, publication. Yeah. I know I was kind of being hopeful on this one. Yeah, it looks like the Bulls got it. It's going to have to take this loss. But all right, guys. Yeah, I gotta actually get to work. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys joining. I mean, this price action will pass. This price action will pass. Will pass. It will pass. It will pass. And we can get back to making great trades. We can go back to doing that, where we don't have to fight the price action versus the damn momentum of the market doesn't have to fight. Either you're a bear or a bull, we can make money. But the market is just being regarded at this point. So, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Peace out.